Good evening, folks. This is Steve from Chicago, and this is A Voice Crying in the Wilderness. Well, I'm back from Fort Wayne after spending about a week there, and I must say I'm very happy to be back in my own bed. I'm very be glad to be back home, but I did enjoy my time with my friend James Carter in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we went to see a lot of the sites around town. We did some driving through Huntington, and we went through the Forks of Wabash, and I'll get into that very shortly. But I want to read this daily devotional. It's called The Poor and the Needy, and it's Psalm 40:17, and then I'll read the devotion. It says, "As for me, since I am poor and needy, let the Lord keep me in his thoughts. You are my Savior and my Savior. Oh my God, do not delay." Psalm 40:17. Okay, now we'll read this devotion. Blessed are the poor and needy. When we experience a severe need we desperately want filled, we must realize that the need is simply serving as an arrow in our lives pointing us to God. If we seek him, we will be there, and so will the miracle we need. After all, God keeps us in his thoughts. He is our helper and savior. Consider today and your present need. Can you trust God to provide the answer? Yes, you can, because he will. Father, by its very nature, addiction has brought me to a place of being poor and needy. But you keep me in your thoughts. You are my helper and my savior. Thank you for every miracle, large and small, that you bring my way to move my recovery forward. This is from James Smith. God is a powerful and omnipotent helper. He has heaven and earth at his command. It is nothing for him to help. He can work deliverance by the weakest instruments and often does, in order to confound the wisdom on the rise and bring to nothing understanding of the prudence. James Smith. So that's just our daily devotional for today. That's the called helping the poor and needy. But I'm going to get back to what my topic was, and I'm going to talk more about. I will have more devotionals, and I will be doing some more videos in the future. But I will say I did have a very good time in Fort Wayne, and I hope to be back possibly very soon. Not sure when that will be, but hopefully very soon, and I will be back again. So I'm very thankful to God that they got me home safely, and I think that's what's most important. And there's a lot of things that I have a lot to be thankful for. I'm thankful for food, thankful for a job, and thankful for shelter. And despite all the challenges that we all have, and despite what we all have, what really matters is what God provides for us, and we should all be continued to be thankful. However, I will say that I did have a good time with my friend James Carter in Fort Wayne. We went to see the Forks of the Wabash site in Huntington. We did some driving around. We went to all the different towns. We went to places to eat, and we enjoy getting out, going out, enjoyed the walks. He also has got a new son that he's mentoring right now, and his name is Colton. And I wish him the very best. I hope he continues to be a strong mentor for this young man. And I would wish to Colton that he needs to continue to do his homework, and he needs to continue to stay on task, and he needs to be continue to be a role model. And they're very confident that my friend James Carter can show him doing that. But I think that that's really good for James, is that he's going to have at least a young man or a young teenager that he can mentor that doesn't necessarily have a father that's involved in his life. And despite the facts of having challenges in their early life, maybe this is something that you can do. You can do in your life if you have not been raised without a father, or a father has not been involved in your life. Maybe you could go out there and be a role model to a young man or a young lady, or at least somebody. If you're a lady, maybe you could be a daughter to someone, or if you're a man, maybe you could be somebody's dad, or at least be a mentor, a teenager that doesn't have anywhere to turn, that's somehow lost in life. So I'm very happy for him, and I'm very happy that he's found a new church. I went to the United Brethren Church in Zanesville, Indiana, and that's a great church, and I encourage anybody who's out in Zanesville, they need to check it out. And it's a nice, very nice church, and it's, if you like be around, if you like godly people, if you like people like that, this is a church you might want to check out. It's a very friendly church. It's very friendly people. And Fort Wayne is it's a great place. It's a great small town. But I'm very glad to be back home, and I will come back for a visit. And I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe I'll retire out there someday. We'll see. I don't know. That's just one of the things on my list. But I will come out there to Fort Wayne or to any of these places, and I will visit from time to time. You know, there's so much to see. There's so much to discover, and there's so much. There's just very little time. But I will say I did have a good time out there. And what I will say is I wish my friend James Carter all the best with his son Colton and whoever he's mentoring. And hopefully he'll find more young people to mentor. And I look forward to some of the sermons that he'll be preaching. So I hope to see him again very soon. There's a lot of things that we have to take care of back here. There's a lot of challenges, and there's a lot of things, but I will say I'm very glad to be home. I'm very glad to be back in my own bed, and I will be back with a future video, and I will be doing more sermons. And again, this is Steve from Chicago. This is A Voice Crying in the Wilderness, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.